The birthplace of the World Cup. This is where it all began. Today, we head to Montevideo, Uruguay, to talk about the Estadio Centenario, tell its story, and show what the stadium looks like today. It hosted the first ever FIFA World Cup and is expected to host one match in the 2030 World Cup. So, shall we explore it together? The stadium is renowned for being built in record time. In an era when constructions take forever, the Centenario already stood out from the beginning with this feat. In terms of football, we can say it is the ultimate symbol of Uruguayan football. It represents, like no other, a country's passion for the sport. The idea of the Centenario arose as a celebration of the 100th anniversary of Uruguay's first constitution, which would take place in 1930. But beyond that, there was an even greater reason. Uruguay had been chosen to host the first FIFA World Cup in 1930 and needed a stadium worthy of such a historic event. Construction began in 1929 and mobilized thousands of workers. In just 9 months, a monumental concrete structure was erected, an engineering feat unprecedented at the time. The stadium was designed by architect Juan Antonio Scasso and had direct support from the Uruguayan government. The Estadio Centenario was officially inaugurated on July 18, 1930, with Uruguay's 1-0 victory over Peru in a World Cup match. The date was symbolic, as it marked the centenary of the first national constitution. The stadium welcomed a large crowd, fans eager to see both their national team and the scale of a stadium unlike anything the country had seen before. In that tournament, the stadium hosted 10 of the 18 matches. The World Cup back then had a very different format and far fewer teams than today, so that wasn't an issue. Among those 10 matches was the grand final on July 30th, 1930, when Uruguay defeated Argentina 4-2 in front of an estimated 93,000 spectators, becoming the first world champions in football history. That number remains the stadium's official attendance record to this day. Originally, the Centenario had a capacity of nearly 100,000 people, but over the years, with renovations and safety regulations, its capacity was reduced to about 60,000. Today, it holds around 45,000 seated fans. The stadium is divided into several sections, each with historical significance, both for Uruguay and football. Tribuna Olímpica, the most famous side stand, facing east, named in honor of Uruguay's Olympic gold medal, wins in 1924 and 1928. Tribuna America, located on the opposite side, where the VIP boxes, officials, and press are located. Tribuna Colombes, one of the curved stands behind the goal, named after the French city where Uruguay won the 1924 Olympic Games. Tribuna Amsterdam, the opposite curved stand, honoring the Dutch city that hosted the 1928 Olympic triumph. These names together tell the story of a small country in size, but a giant in football. In 1983, FIFA declared the Estadio Centenario a historical monument of world football, the only stadium in the world with that distinction. This recognizes its central role in creating the World Cup and establishing football as a global phenomenon. The Centenario has been the stage for countless memorable moments. The most important, without a doubt, was the 1930 World Cup final, Uruguay 4-2 Argentina, the first major showdown in World Cup history. It has hosted several World Cup qualifiers and editions of the Copa America. where Uruguay won titles in 1942, 1956, 1967, and 1995. It also stood out in club competitions, often hosting Uruguay's biggest rivalry, Peñarol versus Nacional, matches with huge crowds, intense rivalry, and a show put on by both sets of fans. It has also hosted international finals, including matches involving Uruguayan clubs, as well as single-match finals of the Copa Sudamericana and Copa Libertadores. A notable example was in 2021, when Palmeiras defeated Flamengo 2-1 in the Libertadores final. Although no club calls it home full-time today, the Centenario is frequently used by Uruguay's two giants, Nacional and Peñarol, especially for big matches, finals, and continental tournaments. It is also the permanent home of Uruguay's national team, La Celeste Olímpica, since its founding. Inside the stadium is the Museo del Fútbol Uruguayo, which preserves trophies, jerseys, historic photos, and relics from Uruguay's golden football era. It's one of Montevideo's most visited tourist attractions, drawing thousands of visitors each year. The Centenario has also hosted cultural events, concerts, and civic ceremonies. The history of the stadium is deeply intertwined with the history of the country. Over the decades, the Centenario naturally faced the wear and tear of time. In recent years, the government and the Uruguayan Football Association, AUF, have made significant improvements. For example, in 2021, a new hybrid pitch, natural and synthetic, was installed, and renovations were made to the stands and access areas to bring the stadium closer to modern standards. Looking to the future, the Centenario is part of ongoing modernization plans for the 2030 World Cup. There are ambitious proposals, including more VIP boxes, improved accessibility, social areas, and possibly a full roof cover. But so far, no concrete decisions have been made about what exactly will be done by 2030. Today, the stadium holds about 45,000 fans and continues to host matches for the Uruguayan national team, as well as important club games. Before you go, I'm leaving another video in the card so you can discover another stadium around the world. Take care, and as the Uruguayans say, El Centenario no se visita, se vive. The Centenario is not just visited, it's experienced. See you in the next video.